Welcome to Papa's Ranch. This is a very special Kalamata olive grove. And anything we plant here, it's always grow quick. Maybe next year we'll have a lot of oil. We wouldn't know what to do with it.
So the year now is what?
The year 2000. And of course next year will be 2001 and we'll have a lot more olive oil.
So you're happy with the way the ranch is going?
Oh, very happy. Actually better than I thought.
The region's first homegrown bottle of olive oil has gone under the hammer.
News with Peter Leonard.
The region's first homegrown bottle of olive oil has gone under the hammer. Bidding started at $350.
John, the fisherman from Belconnen, the fish ale, 400. Remember, the proceeds are going for our children that these teachers teach here, for your children.
800.
1,000.
Quickly passed the $1,000 mark.
Mr. Jeff Costantino, 1,400. 3 times done.
The bottle of Goddess Athena Canberra Gold is the first produced out of the Papyrus Olive Grove at Simonston. All funds raised at the auction go to the St Nicholas Greek Language School.
Consumer police.
No, I never thought we'd get there, but it's the first of oil in Canberra, and I'm proud that people recognize it. I feel very proud, and I think Papa's Ranch will do the same over again to help a lot of charities in the future.
Were you surprised?
Very surprised, actually, and thank the President for this excellent work, and also thank Mr. Costantino for putting his pocket deep down to help others.
1.400 για ένα μπουκάλι λάδι.
It probably has reached a world record for the sale of a bottle. Last Saturday, it was sold in Canberra for $1,400. It was all for the donation. All the money that was picked up that night was donated to the Greek schools. That's very good.
Second year in a row collecting special olives to make the first class Canberra Gold olive oil, which be extra virgin, of course. start picking to be 2001 vintage.
The Canberra olive harvest has begun in earnest. Volunteers are helping pick Canberra's largest ever olive crop.
Papyrus Olive Grove is tucked away in the midst of the nation's capital, a small gold mine producing some of the best olive products. This week, volunteers are picking the fruit from 10,000 trees.
It's great actually, it looks fantastic. There's a lot of fruit and it's going to be a bumper crop. These are the super Kalamata, these will be the eating olives. And the boys out the back are doing the oil olives.
A tonne of olives are expected to be picked in the next week. Canberra Kalamata olives and 1,000 litres of Canberra Gold olive oil soon to hit the international market.
This tree is about 2.5 years old. The name is Karniki. This is the best olives to make extra virgin olive oil. This is Volos. These olives, they are good for eating, of course, and for olive oil. They are the best there is. As you can see, they are very successful in here and they have plenty of fruit.
For many of the growers and pickers, the olive grove represents a little piece of a faraway land, with the goddess Athena looking over the workers and the harvest.
Over time, it'll become part of the cultural experience here in the territory of people coming out to the olive grove, even as to remember their childhood or the stories of their mothers and fathers.
We thank Goddess Athena for the beautiful crop we have this year.
Fiona Deer, Win News.
It's harvest time at Canberra's only olive plantation, and this year is proving to be a bumper crop. It's only the second year of production, and olives are being hailed as the ACT's next big industry.
The annual harvest of 10,000 trees at Papyrus Olive Grove got underway this week. Canberra's only olive plantation produces 3 types of fruit, 2 for eating and 1 to make oil.
This is Kalamata, Canberra Kalamata, of course. Is the best table olives to eat.
These olive trees are only between 2 and 3 years old. The owners surprised at how well they're coping with the Canberra climate. It's only the second harvest. The trees have produced more than 8 tonnes of olives and 1,000 litres of olive oil.
They call it super table olives. As I explained earlier, that when I bought these trees, Athakodopoulos from Adelaide told me they don't grow in Canberra. But of course I prove it to everyone that everything grows in Canberra. The best about it is that Kalamata table olives, which we didn't expect to have so many, will be around 40 to 50 boxes. And that's special extra for us.
The olive industry in Canberra continues to receive support from the ACT government as an emerging industry. For those involved in this week's harvest, it's become a way of life.
Well, when you have a look at the southeast region of New South Wales, it's got very, very good climatic conditions for olive growing, for both oil and eating olives. And as you'll see here in this grove, with some 9,000 odd trees, we can sustain a commercial industry, agribusiness in this area for import replacement, for boutique and specialty olives, which in the Australian market is a booming market. And in fact, you'll find that over time, olives out of this region will become the premier olives that are both grown and eaten, principally because the Greek, Italian, Middle European communities who traditionally have used olive product are prepared to support olives grown in their own region. They see a cultural attachment to it, and when you look at the Greek and the Italian populations, particularly here in Canberra and Queanbeyan, there's a very, very large domestic market that can be serviced by these olives. It also requires commitment from people involved. Mike Cooper here, people like Jeff Costantino and others are prepared to put the necessary funding in up front to grow commercial olives. And when you look at these trees and consider that this is a tree in its 3rd growing season, the maturity of this tree is probably better than what you'll find in most other parts of Australia. Well, when you look at the preparation that's been put into the development of this olive grove, it's I think one of the reasons why it will be successful. The investments here, there's been a good long-term strategy understood. and the understanding of what that strategy is, I think will make sure that it is one of the more successful in the area. In addition, this grove is in the middle of metropolitan Canberra, the capital of our country. So in terms of exposure for the industry, there's probably no better situated place, particularly for international markets, for visiting and travelling trade delegations to see what the opportunities are and to see just how successful a very small undertaking like this can be. As I say, I think that the niche market that will be created for Athena Canberra Gold and the other olive product in the region will ultimately demonstrate the wiseness of the very, very significant upfront investment that this grove is taking. Well, the government is in fact supporting the emergence of the industry. The ACT government and the cross-border municipal governments have supported particular agribusiness strategies in the past. The most recent of those has been the development of the wine industry in the cold climate area of southern New South Wales. And with the insistence of the ACT government, those same governments, including the New South Wales government, have now acknowledged
Win News with Tony Linus.
Coming up next on Win News, a special Greek celebration.
Today we had the memory of St. Demetrius, a great saint of the early church.
A special Greek celebration today in honour of St. Demetrius Day. Around 500 people attended the Greek Orthodox Church in Queanbeyan. Local leaders, the Greek ambassador to Australia and Archbishop Stylianos led the celebration. The day all about celebrating and remembering old saints like St. Demetrius.
A great saint of the early church who is adored, especially in the area of Thessaloniki and throughout Balkan. A brave saint, a military saint, and we have established this wonderful church
is fine.
in order to serve the needs, the spiritual needs of our faithful in the area. This hall, which you see, is newly established. It will serve a lot of needs of our people, educational, social and other needs. And Father Constantine Kostakos, who is the rector of this church, has to be congratulated with his committee and the ladies auxiliary who have worked hard in order to achieve this great hall and the whole complex of St. Demetrius Church and so on. Today I was particularly happy to see so many faithful coming from different directions, different parts, from Sydney, from Canberra and the surroundings in order to celebrate together with us this memorable day. And we had of course the opportunity to say goodbye to our ambassador from Greece, who has served 4.5 years and is returning to Greece today. He was with us, praying with us, and we wished him all the best for the next years in his career.
The celebrations continuing in the new church hall.
This is the St. Demetrius Parish Queanbeyan Hall. It's probably the first major official function they've had since it's been built. And we're very proud of it because everyone pitched in to make such a beautiful hall that we can all share and have many, many occasions together, I suppose.
Is that important?
It's very important because it means that the parish of St. Demetrius is growing. It also means that people, young and old, are getting together and building something for the future. That's what it means, and that means a lot.
Well, it's an important part of the culture and the traditions here in Queanbeyan, where we have so many groups from different parts of the world, and days like today it brings those cultures out and those groups together, and we here in Queanbeyan can have an appreciation of the importance of our multiculturalism here in the country. It certainly has. As I say, these days enable the rest of the community just to see how other parts of the world celebrate their very important feast days.
So we're a multicultural mayor?
Yes, well, I'm the first mayor that wasn't born in Australia or in Britain since 1885, and I'm very proud of that. I was born in Italy, of course, and I've enjoyed my 10 years as Mayor of the city.
Here we are, January 2002, on Batesmens Bay, Canberra's beachside suburb. What's happening here? Well, look at this.
And taking a leap of faith at Batesmens Bay.
It's a very honourable thing to get.
The region's Hellenic community has celebrated one of their most holy days, Epiphany, marked by celebrations from dawn to dusk.
Dozens of spectators lined the Batesmens Bay jetty to remember the day John baptised Christ. The event marked with the throwing of a cross into the water and a race by youths to retrieve it first.
It's a good luck. Whoever catches the cross has to have a good luck for the rest of the year.
Father Kostakos blessing the divers as they prepared to take the leap of faith. The cross then thrown as the boys raced to retrieve the holy item amid a flurry of arms and legs. 17-year-old Costa Kathaklakis holding the icon aloft to cheers from the crowd. A proud Costa now looking forward to the year ahead.
Finishing school and starting uni now, it's good to start up the new chapter with such an honourable thing.
The teenager also pleased to have one up on his brothers and cousins.
My brother, I think he might have jumped once or twice, and my cousins jumped, but they never actually got it.
After the blessing of the water, the community moved to the new Orthodox Church for a traditional service. The celebrations for Epiphany Day continuing well into the night, with a sumptuous feast of seafood and, of course, the obligatory wine and dancing. Richard Burgess, Win News.
That's our bulletin this Tuesday night. I'm Peter Leonard from the Win News team. Good night.
This has been a Win News presentation from Australia's largest regional television network.
And taking a leap of faith at Batesmens Bay.
It's a very honourable thing to get.
The region's Hellenic community has celebrated one of their most holy days, Epiphany, marked by celebrations from dawn to dusk.
Dozens of spectators lined the Batesmens Bay jetty to remember the day John baptised Christ. The event marked with the throwing of a cross into the water and a race by youths to retrieve it first.
I'm going to win the cross. I'm going to get it. No worries. Oh, it's too easy. Yeah. Oh, just for good luck.
Today is the St. John the Baptist name day, but at the same time, down here in Batesmens Bay, we celebrate the Epiphany Day. As you saw, we did the holy water service, and then we used to go down to by the sea and throw the cross in the sea. That's a tradition which keeps for might be several hundreds of years. And well, everybody's waiting for it. It's a big event. Everybody's trying to get across, especially the youth. And as you saw down there, was just an amazing thing that everybody puts his best to get into under the sea to get across.
Ever since my son, he wants to do everything Greek. I think it was probably because of going overseas. Yeah, it's been really good. Yeah.
Jump in for the cross.
Dive for the cross. Jump in for the two of them. Yeah, both of them want to go for the cross.
Which two?
He and George and Con.
Yeah, it's good. Βγάλαμε με τον εγγονό μου. Come on. Τα γόνια μου. Thank you.
Because I saw people do it last year, and you get a lot of respect, and you're treated real well if you get it. And it's a bit of a competition between the Greek boys, so I decided to go for it. The way I'm treated, like that home, respect is well needed.
You know when you go to church and then those yayas and they give you all those dirty looks, but if you get the cross, they won't? Yeah?
The older you get, the better life is. And the more people you treat with respect, you get more back. The more respect you get back. And that's it.
But it's a big thing for somebody to get across, because I mean, out of all these people, it's like you run the Olympics and you come first, sort of thing. Yes, exactly the same thing.
Oh, I think it's a good thing to do every year. It just makes the summer and the holiday, you know, because we come every year to Batesmens Bay, and there's, you know, we used to go to the church down the road, and then we moved up here now, and every year we'd go and watch the Stavro being thrown in, so it's a bit of a tradition now. A blessing from the priest, I guess. Is that right?
Yes. Is that important?
Oh, of course.
Why?
It gives you a bit of, you know, drive for the rest of the year. Bit of good luck for the rest of the year, I guess.
It's more modern luck. It's protection from up and all these sort of other things that come with it. But the aim is to get across, to get the protection from God and protection from the Holy Spirit, because that's the biggest thing, the Epiphany Day. The Holy Spirit came down, and everybody more or less is trying to get the Holy Spirit just to wash us out. Yeah.
Oh, it's good to keep the Greek heritage. I was born here, and so were my brother and sister, and it's good to keep the tradition and the culture. So keep it going.
We're diving for the cross because they're blessed in the water.
Yeah.
And we have to dive in for the cross to retrieve
Exactly what he
it for the
said.
priest.
Yep.
And it brings us good luck for a year.
Yep, mate.
Ask him.
Now he's getting bad luck.
You got it.
Now he's getting bad luck.
You got it last year, did you?
Defending champ.
Yeah.
Wow, good one.
Tell us-
I got it for my dad's birthday. He's on the 6th.
Good. Very excited.
Father Kostakos blessing the divers as they prepared to take the leap of faith. The cross then thrown as the boys raced to retrieve the holy item amid a flurry of arms and legs. 17-year-old Costa Kathaklakis holding the icon aloft to cheers from the crowd.
My son. Yeah.
So what does it mean?
Yeah. Good luck. Very good. He's going to be very excited. Thank you. Yeah. Lovely.
Feels pretty good, actually. Considering no one in my family has really gotten it before, I'm pretty happy. So.
A proud Costa now looking forward to the year ahead.
Finishing school and starting uni now, it's good to start up the new chapter with such an honourable thing.
Bravo. Congratulations. Bravo.
Πώς σε λένε?
Κατεκλάκης.
Δεν το Κατεκλάκης είσαι.
Το
Αντώνη το Κατεκλάκης.
Αυτό είναι for you to keep with our blessings. Okay? To give you health, happiness and wisdom.
Thank you very much.
All right. All the best.
Ο Άγιος να είναι πάντα βοηθός σου.
Ναι,
ναι. Μπράβο στο παιδί, να είναι πάντα καλά και να είναι βοηθός του Άγιος.
Lovely.
And where are you from?
Canberra.
And have you dived for the cross before?
Yep, this is the second year I've dived for it.
Okay, how did you go last year?
I didn't get anything last year, so...
Ευχαριστώ.
Thanks a lot.
Next year, mate, next year.
Was it important to you?
Yeah, I guess so. It's always important to whoever jumps. I mean, it's a yearly event, so it's good to get it.
And what will it mean for you this year?
It means, I don't know, I guess a lot of luck. And that I'll be, you know, as successful as possible in everything that I do.
Have you got any special plans for this year?
Yeah, to start uni and, yeah.
Or what course are you doing?
I've started for Arts Commerce.
at ANU.
Yep, ANU, Canberra. So we'll see how we go.
So this bodes well for the future. Then.
Yeah, it's good to turn a new page in my life with getting this as well. So good start to the year.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Thanks a lot, mate.
What was the present?
Good.
Very proud.
Very proud of him.
Proud of
Always
him.
proud of Costa.
I have the feeling he's going to get them.
How does it feel?
Oh, it feels very good actually. Yeah.
This is the second try, you've got it.
Yeah, second try is pretty good odds. So yeah, 50% success rate. There you go.
So you're going to do it one day?
Yeah.
When are you going to do it?
Maybe when I'm a teenager.
Well, we do have a very big week, full of it. We do have the annual dinner dance. We call it Greek night. That's what we call it. And it's always success. Now this one here, I think this contributed to my committee and also the United of the Batesmens Bay Greek Community.
Cheers! 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 Cheers, all the best. Χρόνια πολλά. Χαρά και στους γάμους των παιδιών μας. Να τα σπάσουμε.
Να τα σπάσουμε, να χορέψουμε ζεμπεκές εκεί πέρα.
Να χορέψουμε και ζεμπέκικο.
Και ζεμπέκικο και σιρτάκι τα πάντα. Τσάμπικο φέρνω από την Ελλάδα, σπεσιαλίστες για το τσάμπικο.
Cheers! Here we go. Maybe not win full.
And this is make a unique this place because it's a meeting place. At least once a year, friends come all over the place. And of course, they like to have a sort of day celebrated in the church. We do have a lot of seafood there, prawns, plenty, oysters, and other things, you know. And that make it, and we stay there to 3 o'clock. We do have a good band there, start from 8 to 3 o'clock in the morning. So we did have a very heavy night and very tired.
150 on that side of the room.
Come on, you fill your tank up 3 times.
This man's getting very emotional. He knows how much work is put into it. $500, the red rose, $500. Sold to the lady, $500.
But anyway, I'm very happy to do that. Of course, the significance for this is to throw the cross. I want to mention that is a very old custom because Greece was in the sea, islands, and we do have the blessing the waters for the sailors to sail in a, you know, and for fishermen. And this and the peace, of course, in the world, you know, this is the significance for the day. And it's a beautiful custom. And it's not only that, locally is a very popular, not only the Greeks of us, but also Australians. They come there and watch this sort of day because it's an event now which is being registered into the council in a local tourist information center. Which is very good.
You must feel very proud.
Well, we're all proud. I'm very proud for this. We're done here is a corner, a Greek corner here, and we feel very, very good. There's everything, as you see, look at this Hellenic Cultural Center here. We do have other plans to do in the future. We have other to landscape the place there, the lake, to bring a teacher from Canberra. Well, that's very important because what we start as is the very important is to continue our kids. And to do that, at least you gotta know the culture, they got to know at least the language to continue what we started. And this is very significant because unfortunately this is a big problem. Big problem which is affects every, all the Greek communities all over the place in Australia. So if we can do it, I reckon what we started is worthwhile.
But now, with God's blessing, we've got this church here, which is small, but miraculous. It's beautiful church, as you can see, brand new, and the first official year that we do a service for St. John the Baptist Name Day in here. And I'm proud to be part of it. as for the first year.
Millions of Australians have come together to celebrate one of the holiest days of the year. Church services, parades and prayers marking Easter Sunday. While many regard Easter as a time of holidays and chocolate, there are plenty who still treasure the day's religious significance.
People around the region have celebrated Easter in a variety of ways, including religious ceremonies, family fun and plenty of chocolate.
The region's Greek community celebrated Easter at the same time as all Christians this year. The highlight of the 40-day celebration, special services at the weekend. Worshippers taking time to reflect on what it's all about, Christ's resurrection.
As you can see tonight, we're preparing for the epitaph. We are preparing the Lord's tomb, which tomorrow we'll be walking around the church with. Now the word epitaph is made up of two Greek words. One is epi, which means on or above, and then taphos, which means tomb. This is the first epitaph that I've been to. I waited to reach 37 till I finally came to one, and I regret it because it just seems like it's a lovely atmosphere. It's a good mixture of young and old, and even men have braved the waters and come in as well. It's a time, I think, where the young and old get together, mums and daughters, and it's something that pulls people together and makes us family, which for someone like me that hasn't got family in Canberra is very important. Canberra is a smaller community, everyone knows each other, it's like being in a little Greek village. Tomorrow I go to Sydney, and in a way I'm not looking forward to it because I'm going to miss this warmth. Pretty soon it's going to transform into something that's just going to be absolutely beautiful. And from last year, I can tell you what, it's even nicer than some of the big expensive Sydney ones. I'm not going to be very popular in Sydney after this, but very proud of the Canberrans, and when they do things they don't do them by halves, and I like that. They do it with a lot of pathos and they do it with a lot of love and a lot of effort, and that's very important, and it's a good, I don't know, good example for us young ones.
Them days, the virgins used to do all that, not married women. All the young girls used to do that.
Picking the flowers. Picking the flowers.
Picking the flowers and do what the ladies do. But now we can't find too many young girls.
The young girls are very smart, they sleep now.
Yeah.
I'm helping to decorate the epitaph. Yeah, I was just helping here with the epitaph. I always like to do that. This is the second time I'm doing. The first time I did in Greece was really good. I can't miss out on it. I can't miss out. I've got to come back to the warm Canberra community.
See this?
Oh, this is my first actually. Yeah. I keep saying, oh, next year.
You feel good. You feel good about it. Don't you, Melba?
Feeling so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. It's more, I think it's a spiritual thing as well, so feel more in tune. You actually feel more in tune with Easter and what it's all about.
It's nice to see the young girls this year. We have a lot of young girls. Yes. We have to pass on the traditions because we're getting very tired. We've been doing this for years, every year. So we have to pass the tradition on to the younger ones so they'll know how to do it for the years to come.
Very proud of my community here, and I like to see it going well.
When you're involved in the community, which I've never been, you feel like you're part of it, you feel like you can change it, and you feel that you can offer something to it, which makes you a rounded person and a whole person. And you're forever thinking of how you can offer to the community, and that's very, very important with me. And I can see it around me. People are not scared to put their hands up and offer their help and their services and their expertise. And by seeing that, it gives you the incentive to think that maybe you can offer something as well. So that's pretty good as well. I like that.
Balloons for the Greek Glendy today during the Multicultural Festival. Basically the Glendy is about a celebration of Greek culture, Greek cuisine obviously, entertainment and just togetherness. So I've got lots of balloons, look I've got customers waiting. What colour would you like? Orange, there you go. Could I have red?
Let's all get together and have a big Glendy today, Manoli. Actually, this is my last year as the president of the community. I think next year the next comer will do a good job too. I've been at this for 4 years running now, and it is a lot of
What's the Glendy? It's an opportunity to have a good time every time. How did the jingle go? Yes. It's a good time every time. And sponsor them every year. Why? Supports the Greek community and also supports the Canberra community. And it gives the Greek youth something to do.
Και όλα τα πράγματα και καταΐθη.
I enjoy it because it's nice to get up and perform and practice.
Volunteering here today for I'm part of the Carpathian Association. I'm part of the Carpathian Association and we're volunteering.
Αρκαδία, Τρίπολης, έξω από την Τρίπολη, μέσα στην Πελοπόννησο, μέσα. Εδώ πέρα βοηθάμε σήμερα την ελληνική κοινότητα για να έχει success που λέμε το Glendy, το ελληνικό Glendy της χρονιάς. Τώρα έχουμε αρχίσει εδώ και προλίγο. Μαγείρη, εντάξει Λεβέντη, πελάτες θέλουμε.
Here from the Cathedral Brotherhood of Canberra. It's good to be with you again. We're having a great day. The theme of the park is to live, let live, and be happy. And to this occasion, it's a special privilege for me to be here to help people enjoy your culture and your good things to eat. Thank you, Manuel. Have a great day.
Hello, Manoli. Τι κάνεις? Στον αγώνα.
Στον αγώνα.
What's the agona? On a battle. On a battlefield.
On the battlefield?
Yeah, no. Yeah, this is a battlefield. How are you?
Who are you representing?
I'm representing the Cretan Association of Canberra, AHEPA, and of course the Greek community.
Άσε με εμένα, ξέχασέ με. Association Ρούμελι. Της γραβιάς στο Χάνι.
Hello, Mania. Who do you represent? The Greek community, Mania.
Hi, how are you?
What part of the Greek community?
The Greek Orthodox community, you know.
Sausage, please. Sausage and roll. Hello. We need some help. Κυπριακή κοινότητα. Η Κυπριακή κοινότητα Καμπέρα. One more? Yes,
Μολτικάτσα, μολτικάτσα είναι.
όλα για την Κυπριακή κοινότητα, για τα σχολεία, για τα παιδιά. Για τα παιδιά, ό,τι μαζέψουμε για τα παιδιά.
Για τα παιδιά μας, για τα γόνια μας. Γι' αυτό δουλεύουμε τώρα εμείς, για αυτά δουλεύουμε. Και εσύ γι' αυτό δουλεύεις, δεν δουλεύεις για τα παιδιά. Για τα παιδιά μας, για τα γόνια μας. Για μας δουλέψαν άλλοι ακόμα.
Έλα Γιώργη, κι ας πει στα παιδιά.
I'm Greek Australian. I'm Greek Cypriot. I'm from Cyprus.
Εδώ είμαστε. The Cretans Association. The Cretans. Of course I am Cretan. I'm very proud too. RSL, of course RSL. Original RSL. Since I came to Australia, always I help people. Γιατί, well, that's what you should do. Because if we didn't help, who's going to help? The old people will help all the time. The young fellows is very hard these days. They help. We teach them. We teach them.
Sparta, Laconia.
Some reunion. Yes. So this gentleman he comes to help us from Samos.
Άλλο Σπύρο, τι κάνει.
Σιγά, don't excite. This gentleman is a professor.
Another, yes. We all help it. Γιατί? We must help the Greek community. Why? Because we all together. We must help.
A lot is happening now. I mean, we're just busy trying to put together all the souvlakia. We're hoping that the people will start arriving. We had some people coming through, but at least PGL hasn't come out yet. So, well, I'm in the committee of the Greek community, so I'm here from about 8:30 in the morning. So this is a big event for us, and it's the major premiere event for the Greek community, and we're hoping to capitalize on it. Costa is the acting secretary of the Greek community, and he's out here providing his services on a voluntary basis, like everyone else.
I'm just making a souvlaki here.
He put in tzatziki.
Beautiful.
Tzatziki. And then follow with the salad and all the rest.
Εδώ είναι η καρδιά του ελληνισμού. Όπως ξέρουμε είναι η πρωτεύουσα της Καμπέρας και από εδώ σκορπάμε και πάμε σε όλη την Αυστραλία. Αλλά εδώ είναι η καρδιά του ελληνισμού σήμερα. Εδώ γνωρίζω από την όψη του σπαθιού την τρομερή.
Σε γνωρίζω από την όψη του φλεβδία μετρακή. Θα πω καλά καμένη την φλεβδίρα λαπκελιά και σαν πρώτα ανδρομένη χέρια ελευθεριά και σαν πρώτα ανδρομένη χέρια ελευθεριά και σαν πρώτα ανδρομένη χέρια ελευθεριά.
It was harvest time today for one of the ACT's burgeoning primary industries. Across the New South Wales Southern Highlands, the olive industry is starting to spin its financial rewards. In Canberra, there's only one commercial olive grove and its first full crop is ripe for the picking.
The classroom was taken outside today as students from Lynham Primary put their green thumbs to good use, picking olives as part of their Greek studies program. It was a case of many hands make light work. And what olive picking session would be complete without a Greek tune to fill the air? The Papyrus Olive Grove is the territory's only olive grove and boasts over 12,000 plants, making it virtually impossible for the youngsters to harvest all the fruit. And to top the day off, a taste test. And the verdict? But while the children may not have enjoyed the taste,
yucky!
The day was still a success.
See, we've all had a good time, haven't we?
Yeah!
The harvesting is expected to continue for another week. Gabrielle Boyle, ABC News, Canberra.
Yuck indeed, I don't think so. From the ABC's news team, have a great weekend. Good night.
Students at Hellenes Primary School are taking their Greek lessons onto the olive groves. The enthusiastic children lending a helping hand to pick these year's fruits at the Papyrus Olive Grove.
The students arrived en masse, eager to work and put their Greek to the test.
Everyone say Kalimera Kyrie Kuparitsa.
It didn't take long before the children were in control.
Everyone's walking around and getting every olive.
Piece them like that, and off they come. See? That's it.
The Papyrus Olive Grove is still very young, but its owners couldn't be happier.
Everybody said before that Canberra climate is no good for the Kalamata olives. As we can see here, is the right place, and they're very successful.
New South Wales olive growers travelling to the territory to use the local grove's facilities.
These olives come from a property just out past Sutton. There's about 4,000 trees.
Out in the fields, many hands are making light work. School's never been so much fun.
It's great.
What's great
It's
about it?
exercise. And it's good. And it's helpful for learning. Let's pick olives. Just to make oil. I think it's good learning Greek here and at school.
Hey, bravo! Say Hellenes.
A few songs helping to make the experience complete. The joy of the outdoors bringing smiles all round. Kate Prattley, Win News.
This is another symbolic and perhaps a historic day for the Greeks, and at the same time very proud to be part of it. That is Papyrus Ranch. As you can see, we raise three beautiful flags: the Greek, the Australian, and the Cypriot flag. Those flags, they mean a lot for the owners of Papyrus Ranch, has been Greeks in this country for so many years since the migration, and they're not afraid and they're not worried to show the true colors. And there they are. Μια συμβολική, μια ιστορική μέρα και πάλι για άλλη μια φορά εδώ στην λεγόμενη φάρμα Papyrus Ranch, ο πρώτος ελαιώνας της Καμπέρας, που αυτή τη στιγμή ο ελληνισμός πραγματικά νιώθει πολύ υπερήφανα για αυτό το κατόρθωμα και πάλι από Έλληνες ομογενείς. Αυτή τη στιγμή, όπως βλέπουμε στο υπόβαθρο, ανατέλουν τρεις υπέροχες σημαίες. Η ελληνικιά, η αυστραλιανή και η κυπριακή. Και όπως κάποιος φίλος συμπάρικος μας έδωσε να καταλάβουμε πραγματικά με τα χρώματα τι ακριβώς συμβολίζει η ελληνικιά σημαία, όλοι πρέπει να γνωρίζουν, και αν δεν το γνωρίζουν, εύχομαι και ελπίζω κάποια στιγμή διαμέσου αυτής της βιντεοκασέτας να μπορέσουν να το μάθουν. Και όπως ο κύριος Σπύρος Βαρδουλάκης μας εξήγησε την περασμένη φορά στο μνημείο του αγνώστου στρατιώτου που έγινε μια κατάθεση στεφάνων, πραγματικά μας εξήγησε τι ακριβώς συμβολίζει. Θα ήθελα ο ίδιος να το επαναλάβει, γιατί πραγματικά ήταν και ο πρώτος που διαπίστωσε τη σημασία της ελληνικής σημαίας με τα 9 χρώματα. Κύριε Βαρδουλάκη, πέστε μας σας παρακαλώ για αυτή τη θαυμάσια, τη γαλανόλευκη σημαία. Τι ακριβώς μας συμβολίζουν οι 9 γραμμές?
Η ελληνική σημαία συμβολίζει πατρίς και πίστης. Τα 9 συρρήθια τα οποία υπάρχουν στη σημαία, το κάθε συρρήθι έχει και μία συλλαβή. Η λέξη ελευθερία ή θάνατος συμβολίζονται αυτές οι γραμμές. Εάν συλλαβήσεις ελευθερία ή θάνατος, είναι τα 9 συρρήθια της σημαίας. Ο μεσαίος σταυρός είναι το εντούτορνίκα, το οποίο ο παλαιόν πατρόν Γερμανός οραμάτισε, δεν ονειρεύτηκε το σύμβολο του σταυρού. Σου λέει, με αυτό το σύμβολο θα νικήσεις. Γι' αυτό λέγεται και εντούτορνίκα. Ο σταυρός από πάνω είναι το σύμβολο της πίστεως. Γι' αυτό και στο στρατός του λέει υπερπίστεως και πατρίδος.
Και πάνω σε αυτό το σημείο θα πρέπει όλοι πραγματικά να γνωρίζουμε αυτό το σύμβολο της πίστης και της ελευθερίας, όπως είπε ο κύριος Βαρδουλάκης, γιατί πραγματικά πάνω σε αυτή την έννοια πολέμησαν οι πρόγονοί μας για να μπορούμε εμείς αυτή τη στιγμή να νιώθουμε ελεύθεροι. Ελεύθεροι όπως είναι αυτό το κράτος εδώ στην Αυστραλία, και γι' αυτό και κυματίζει και η μεσαία σημαία που συμβολίζει πραγματικά το ελεύθερο έθνος και τη δημοκρατία. Λίγο πιο πέρα όμως κυματίζει ακόμη μια υπέροχη σημαία, γιατί αυτή τη στιγμή πράγματι θέλουμε να νιώθουμε και να πιστεύουμε ότι είναι ένα ανεξάρτητο έθνος, αλλά αυτή τη στιγμή λόγω της κατηχημένης περιοχής από τα τουρκικά στρατεύματα ελπίζουμε μια μέρα και αυτή η όμορφη σημαία να κυματίζει με την ελευθερία. Και πάλι για άλλη μια φορά θα ήθελα να ευχαριστήσουμε τον κύριο Κουμπά που μας έκανε την τιμή να μπορέσουμε να ξεσηκώσουμε αυτές τις υπέροχες σημαίες που καμαρώνει και η δικιά του οικογένεια εδώ, αλλά και όλος ο ελληνισμός που βρίσκεται αυτή τη στιγμή σε αυτή τη μακρινή πατρίδα, τη δεύτερη, την Αυστραλία. Thank you very much.
Θα ήθελα να ευχαριστήσω βέβαια τον Πύργο και τον κύριο Βαρδουλάκη που είπανε τόσο ωραία πράγματα για τις σημαίες και για τον ελληνισμό, και θα ήθελα ακόμα μια χάρη ο Πύργος που είναι και τόσο ωραίος τραγουδιστής να μας τραγουδήσει το ύμνο.
Σε γνωρίζω από την όψη του σπαθιού την τρομερή.
Σε γνωρίζω από την όψη του φλερδία μετρακτή. Από καλά καμένη την φλερδία λαπτεία και σαν πρώτα ανδρομένη χέρια ελευθεριά και σαν πρώτα ανδρομένη χέρια ελευθεριά και σαν πρώτα ανδρομένη χέρια ελευθεριά.
Now, can we just explain who Goddess Athena is?
The goddess of wisdom, the goddess of war, the goddess of the olive, and her friend was the Queanbeyan, the owl. Η Queanbeyan and η Hellenes. Το δελφίνι, the dolphin, το δελφίνι. And we haven't learnt the horse, but it's το άλογο. Τα λουλούδια. Today's been a really good experience for the children because it's been a real life learning situation. We learnt about Hellenes at school. Today they came and saw the olives in an olive grove. They met Michali, Kyria Michali, who owns the olive grove. They met the olive pickers, who came from all different parts of the world, including Australia and Crete and the mainland of Greece. The mothers came. The children saw how the olives were put into the refinery and turned into extra virgin olive oil. It was a wonderful learning experience, and the best part about this education is that it was fun for the kids. We've had a great time. Ευχαριστώ. Όλοι μας περάσαμε πάρα πολύ ωραία σήμερα. Τα παιδάκια ήρθαν εδώ πέρα και είδανε τις ελιές, τις πραγματικές ελιές επάνω σε δέντρα. Γνωρίσανε τον κύριο Μιχάλη, είναι το δικό του οικόπεδο. είδανε πως οι ελιές πήγαιναν στο εργοστάσιο και μπαίνουν μέσα ελιές και βγαίνουν έξω λάδι σε αυτό εδώ πέρα. Μαζέψανε ελιές, τραγουδήσανε τραγούδια, το κοκοράκι, κουράσκα κι άλλο δεν αντέχω, τον εθνικό ύμνο της Ελλάδας και περάσαμε πάρα πολύ ωραία. Διασκεδάσανε και μάθανε μαζί. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Σπουδαία ημέρα. Σπουδαία.
A great morning. Lovely kids, beautiful teacher. They give us a hand. We're proud to have them. And we, of course, would thank the teachers and the parents for allowing them to come and visit us. Ευχαριστηθήκαμε πάρα πολύ που ήρθαν τα παιδιά εδώ, του σχολείου. Μας βοηθήσανε λιγάκι και είμαστε τόσο πολύ ευχαριστημένοι που τα είδαμε, που τους είπαμε, εξηγήσαμε μερικά πράγματα από τις ελιές και πάντοτε θα το θυμόμαστε σε όλη μας τη ζωή. Μας φτιάξανε την ημέρα, μας κάνανε τόσο χαρούμενους που είναι απερίγραπτο. Τους ευχαριστούμε όλους, το δάσκαλο και τους γονείς βέβαια και πάντοτε θα είμαστε ανοιχτά εάν θέλουν να ξαναγυρίσουν, να δουν ή να πάρουν ό,τι θέλουν. He's from Karpathos. We're picking up the olives of 2003. This is another special year which Goddess Athena helped us, and it's very successful. Look at that. That gives you a pleasure, a great pleasure to collect them, not just eat them, just to look at them and collect them and make you happy, because you can't really find beautiful olives like that.
So Canberra's been good for them?
Canberra is very good, of course. Everybody said before that Canberra climate is no good for the Kalamata olives. As we can see here, is the right place, and they're very successful. And I advise everybody else to do that, to plant, and for the future of Canberra and Australia. They're very, very special. Yes, there is a future for olives all over Australia, and especially in Canberra. Of course, you look after them, they grow quicker, but there is the climate is the right climate for in Canberra.
So will you make these into olive oil?
Yes, some of them will make it table olives, which they are eatable, but most of them will make special virgin, extra virgin olive oil. This one is particularly for table olives for eating, but we have too many, and most of them will make olive oil. These ones, because they are big, they make less oil than the normal ones, than the little ones, but the oil is very special, extra virgin for this.
So do you use the black ones, or do you use the green ones?
Well, we use both. You can do it both ways. You can do the black separate, or you can do the the green separate.
So you happy?
Very happy. Always happy. When you...
You see, beautiful olives. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, I reckon it's great. It's unusual. It's different. And for an Aussie to do it.
So does this Aussie eat olives?
Yes. Yeah, I don't mind the old olive. And then anyway they come. And pickled, stuffed, a whole lot.
It's amazing.
Watch out.
Now we'll fill up the bucket now. Okay, we've done it.
Very interesting.
See?
So how many seasons have you done now?
One bucket.
How many seasons have I done? Two. Three.
Good.
We're getting business.
We're doing it.
Each time we're finding something better to do.
It's just like in Greece, isn't it? Mother and daughters.
Fantastic. Here we go.
This is why the women left Greece, you know that?
Yeah, I understand. That's why I left home.
The best product you'll find in Australia. This is super olives, table olives. Best there is in Australia. But the product of a Paparis olive grove.
Everyone's walking around and getting every olive, and they're putting them in buckets. Some have blankets around them, and then they're picking olives, and then they put them on the blanket, and then they used to in Greece get sticks, and they used to get sticks in Greece, and they used to get sticks in Greece, and then whack the olives down, and then they would carry them in the blankets. Then they would take it. Then they would even get them and then squash them. Then they would go like